Quotes on the scientific method. Albert Einstein. No amount of experimentation can ever prove me right. A single experiment can prove me wrong. Source: Einstein, 1922. Lecture in Kyoto. Karl Popper. A theory which is not refutable by any conceivable event is non-scientific. Source: Popper, The Logic of Scientific Discovery, 1934. Richard Feynman. If it disagrees with experiment, it is wrong. In that simple statement is the key to science. Source: Feynman, The Character of Physical Law, 1965. Max Planck. Experiment is the only means of knowledge at our disposal. Everything else is poetry. Source: Planck, Scientific Autobiography, 1948. Claude Bernard, founder of experimental medicine. The true scientist is the one who asks the right questions and tests them by experiment. Source: Bernard, An Introduction to the Study of Experimental Medicine, 1865. Quotes on evolution, limits, problems, and method. Stephen Jay Gould, Harvard paleontologist. The extreme rarity of transitional forms in the fossil record persists as the trade secret of paleontology. Source: Natural History, Volume 86, 1977. Ernst Mayr, leading evolutionary biologist. Evolution is a historical science. Laws and experiments are inappropriate. Source: Mayr. Darwin's Influence on Modern Thought. P. Nass, 2009. Lynn Margulis, Origin of Mitochondria Theory. New mutations do not create new species. They create offspring that are impaired. Source: Margulis interview with Discover magazine, 2011. Pierre-Paul Grasset, father of French evolutionary biology. Evolution is a theory, it is not a fact. The lack of transitional forms is the biggest hurdle. Source: Grasset, Evolution of Living Organisms, 1973. George Wald, Nobel Prize in Physiology. Spontaneous generation was disproved, yet I choose to believe in it. Source: Wald, Scientific American, August 1954. He meant abiogenesis. Wald admitted it lacked evidence, but preferred it to a creator. Quotes on abiogenesis, honest admissions. Erwin Schrödinger, founder of quantum mechanics. The events in a living organism cannot be reduced to the laws of physics and chemistry. Source: What is Life? 1944. Francis Crick, co-discoverer of DNA. An honest man, armed with all the knowledge available to us now, could only state that the origin of life appears at the moment to be almost a miracle. Source: Crick, Life Itself, 1981. Dr. Paul Davies, theoretical physicist and astrobiologist. Nobody knows how a mixture of lifeless chemicals spontaneously organized itself into the first living cell. Source: Davies, The Fifth Miracle, 1999. Stuart Kauffman, Origin of Life theorist. We cannot yet show how life emerged from non-life. We do not have a working model. Source: Kauffman Investigations, 2000. Leslie Orgel, pioneer of Origin of Life chemistry. It is no use arguing that the first step happened by chance. One is left with an almost infinite probability against it. Source: Orgel, The Origins of Life, 1973. Quotes linking the debate to Genesis, creation, or the limits of naturalism. These are quotes from scientists, not pastors or theologians. Sir Fred Hoyle, astrophysicist, discoverer of stellar nucleosynthesis. The probability of life arising by chance is the same as a tornado sweeping through a junkyard assembling a Boeing 747. Source: Hoyle, Nature, Volume 294, 1981. Sir Francis Bacon, father of the scientific method. A little philosophy inclineth man's mind to atheism, but depth in philosophy bringeth men's minds about to religion. Source: Essays of Atheism, 1625. Werner Heisenberg, Nobel Prize in Physics. The first gulp from the glass of natural science will turn you into an atheist, but at the bottom of the glass, God is waiting. Source: Quoted in Der Teil und das Ganze, 1969. John Lennox, Oxford mathematician. Not knowing how life arose is not evidence that it arose without a creator. Source: Lennox, God's Undertaker, 2009. Michael Denton, molecular biologist. The complexity of the simplest cell is so great that it defies any naturalistic explanation. Source: Denton, Evolution, A Theory in Crisis, 1985. Summary of what these quotes reveal. Without adding opinion, these quotes jointly show abiogenesis is unproven. Even leaders in the field admit no mechanism has been shown. Evolution depends on a living, self-replicating organism. Scientists admit the foundation is missing. The scientific method requires testable, falsifiable claims. Many areas of evolutionary theory and origin of life research do not meet that standard. Several top scientists openly admit that naturalistic origins look miraculous. These statements are not theology. They are the words of men who built the fields themselves. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment to support this channel.